Hello everyone, welcome back to our new video. In this video, I will give you more information about the top 5 best benchtop jointer that are available on the market. Actually, I try to make popularity, quality, price, durability, user opinion and more. If you need more information about this products, please check the link in a description section below. Don't forget subscribe this channel for view future videos. Let's start this video. Starting at number 5, we have CUTTECH 40160H benchtop jointer with spiral cutter head. Weighing just 40 pounds, the CUTTECH is not the bulkiest benchtop on the market. While this means you might lack a little of the stability found with bigger jointers, the advantage is that you can move it around if you need to and it doesn't take up too much room either. Anyone with a smaller workshop will find this advantageous. Although it comes in at a competitive price, you'll be rewarded with a spiral cutter head for maximum planing efficiency with a dozen two-sided HSS inserts to help you flatten out your boards double quick. Replacement inserts are readily available in packs of 10 at a reasonable cost. If you find that one of the inserts is nicked or worn, rotate it to unmask a fresh cutting edge. If it wears further, you can replace that single insert. The motor maxes out at a highly respectable 11,000 RPM, but you'll be able to get a high degree of accuracy rather than just raw, imprecise speed. The table is above average size for a compact benchtop jointer. Although you won't be able to work with colossal lengths of timber, you shouldn't expect to with a planer this size. At 30 inches by 6 3/16 inches, you'll get more than enough room for maneuver. It gives you a bit more latitude to work with longer boards. You can also fine-tune the table with ease for a nice degree of flexibility. Depth of cut is limited to 1/8 inch, which is the norm for a benchtop jointer. The fence is 19 5/8 inches by 4 3/8 inches and you can tilt this from 90 degrees to 135 degrees. Some users complain that there's a lack of rigidity and support from the fence, while others commend the way you can tweak it with ease. There are a couple of less positive things that rate a mention. Although the overall finish is first rate, watch out for machine marks on the edge you're cutting. If you try to use thicker pieces of wood, anything over 3 inches really, the motor has a tendency to labor and struggle. While there is a 2.5 inch dust port, you'd be well advised to get a separate shop vac as it's slightly too small to be properly effective. Moving on, at number 4, we have Delta Power Tools 37071 benchtop jointer, 6 inch. One of the first things that strike you about the 37071 is the way it's built. Whereas many smaller jointers are made from aluminum, the Delta is fashioned from cast iron. Many 6-inch benchtop jointers have a single horsepower motor. The 37071 is equipped with a 1.5 HP power plant that spins the cutter head at an impressive 10,000 RPM. Weighing in at 76 pounds, the Delta is heavy enough to offer up the stability you need while light enough to move it around if required. As far as benchtop jointers go, the Delta punches above its weight. The size of this 6-inch jointer reflects the widest timber you'll be able to cut, so make sure this is adequate for your needs before committing yourself. The depth of cut is 1/8 inch and this is achieved with a rapid rate of 20,000 cuts per minute. For a small jointer, the Delta is surprisingly efficient. While spiral cutter heads are continuing to gain currency, at this price range it's not surprising that the 37071 has straight knives. This is by no means a deal breaker, but it will tend to mark more than a spiral variant, which means you'll need to devote a little more time to finish. There's a simple jack screw arrangement, so swapping out the knives is a breeze. The fence supports your workpiece admirably and it's pretty simple to adjust. There are 2 positive stops at 45 and 90 degrees. This gives you a winning combination of user-friendliness and the ability to join precisely and flexibly. On the downside, this fence does demand time to get square. If you're looking for a jointer with a sprawling table, the Delta will disappoint. It measures 6¼ inches by 28½ inches, which means you'll be somewhat limited in the scope of work you can undertake. Much like the fence, the table is machined very accurately, meaning you can get going with precise planing straight out the box. There's a dust blower built in, so at least some of the legwork is taken out of keeping your workshop free of fine particles. Although this will efficiently eject wood chips and stop the dust chutes from becoming clogged, you'll need a shop vac as well to work in comfort and to keep your line of sight clear. You wouldn't expect anything much by the way of accessories with a jointer priced like this, so the pair of push blocks is a nice bonus. Make sure you use them and keep your fingers well clear of the cutter head at all times. You'll be able to process pretty much all types of wood with the 37071, even more challenging hardwood. You can join 2x6 boards without duress. The Delta allows you to make pretty much anything from small boxes right through to furniture, and it's ideal for beginners and more experienced woodworkers alike. At number 3, we have Shop Fox W1829 Benchtop Jointer 6-inch. The Shop Fox will allow you to cut boards a maximum of 6 inches wide. The single-phase 12-amp motor runs on 110 volts and develops 1.5 HP, so it's more than potent enough for regular planing jobs at home. The Shop Fox weighs in at around 80 pounds, which is pretty heavy for a smaller benchtop jointer. While this makes it less portable than some of the slenderer opposition, you'll be rewarded with a rock-solid and very stable jointer that's built to go the distance. The cutter head has a pair of knives which rotate at a more than ample 10,000 RPM while serving up 20,000 cuts per minute. This will give you straight and flat faces on your boards at a pleasingly rapid rate. Although you won't be able to undertake enormous projects, the jointing you do will be accomplished in a flash. The 1/8 inch cutting depth is expected on a 6-inch benchtop jointer. Thanks to a nifty knob, you can make micro adjustments and exercise full control over this depth according to the project at hand. The fence can be fine-tuned, meaning you can bevel joint up to 45 degrees. You'll get 2 positive stops at 45 degrees and 90 degrees to streamline operations. Aside from bevel cuts, you'll be able to take care of all your surface planing and edge jointing needs with the Shop Fox, so it's a highly versatile machine. The cast iron table could be a little larger, but it's fine for the intended usage of a jointer in this size bracket. It's 28.5 inch long and 6.25 inches wide, so it's not exactly a colossus but sufficient for smaller workpieces, and the absence of an inch or two is no reason to shy away from the Shop Fox. Dust collection is enhanced thanks to a mini impeller designed to zap all chips away from the cutter head before spitting them out through the regulation dust port. The chute will fit into a trash can, so you can work in comfort and safety with a clear line of sight on your workpiece. At number 2, we have PORTERCABLE PC160JT Variable Speed Bench Jointer 6-inch. The 10-amp motor kicks out just under 1.5 HP, and you'll be able to adjust the speed according to the size and the hardness of the workpiece. Not all wood is created equal, and this feature makes your life much easier while providing superior finishing results. You can ramp things up from 6,000 RPM at the lower end right through to 11,000 RPM when conditions dictate. Changing or adjusting the pair of high-speed steel knives and altering the fence is an exercise in simplicity. This is particularly important for novices who don't want to be struggling when they could be planing away. There's a cutter head lock, so you can make changes without compromising your safety. The table measures up at 30 inches, so you'll get ample latitude to surface thicker boards without feeling cramped. The center-mounted fence tends to polarize opinion slightly. It's fashioned from aluminum, which many purists sneer at. On the plus side with the fence, there are positive stops at 45 degrees and 90 degrees to simplify operation. Due to the way it's mounted, your workpiece will be fully supported throughout the cut, allowing for highly accurate edge jointing. And finally, at number 1, Rikon 20-600H Benchtop Jointer with Helical Cutter Head 6-inch. Benchtop jointers are a space-saving solution if you want to plane boards without spending a fortune on a hulking machine that's awkward to house in the workshop. Even by the standards of 6-inch benchtops, the Rikon is extremely compact. While your scope of work will be limited, the 20-600H will take up remarkably little space while delivering a wonderful finish. In common with all 6-inch benchtop jointers, you'll get a maximum depth of cut of 1/8 inch. The 10-amp motor will spin the cutter head at a pacey 11,000 RPM. It's a helical cutter head with 6 rows of high-speed steel inserts. This design will impart a smooth finish, and the nature of the layout is helpful in another way beyond speed and smoothness. The inserts are sharpened on both edges, which effectively doubles their lifespan. All you need to do in the event of wear or damage is to rotate it and reveal the fresh edge rather than replacing it. When it is time to swap them out completely, you can access the blade with ease. Also, the nifty inserts are auto-indexed, so they don't need the same height adjustments as cutter heads with straight knives call for. The 30-inch table gives you more wiggle room than many small jointer tables, so you'll be all set for most normal home woodworking without feeling cramped. You can adjust the fence from 90 degrees to 135 degrees. This measures 19 3/4 inches by 4 3/8 inches, so it's fairly substantial and offers reasonable support. Depth setting is child's play and the scale is clear and easy to read. Dust collection leaves something to be desired. The wood chips tend to accumulate quite rapidly, so you're well advised to hook up the Rikon to a shop vac if you want a safe, debris-free working environment. Thinking of safety, there's a handy on-off switch with an easy reach at the front so you can conveniently kill the power in the event of an emergency without fumbling around. Thank you for watching guys, I hope like you this videos. If this video helpful to you, please make comments and subscribe. If you have any question related this product, you can leave a comment down below. I hope back to you as soon as possible.